Confident, vibrant, and quirky with an edge, this is 10 Minutes with Tiffany J, featuring the inside scoop on her mind, embodying interests, thoughts, and opinions. Also, the day in the life of an upcoming artist as she juggles the world around her, a 9-to-5, along with a handful of gifts and talents that will blow your mind. All things Tiffany J on her website at www.misstiffanyj.com. Now, let's get into the show. Good morning. Good morning. You are the first person that I'm speaking to this morning, besides my prayer with God. It is 8:28, April 20th. It's a Wednesday. Today would be like my Thursday, and tomorrow's going to be my Friday, because then I'll be off for the weekend for my sister's wedding. I was thinking about the last episode as far as the tip of the mountain, and I was just thinking on the way to work how life has peaks and valleys, right, that are similar to what your heartbeat looks like on that graph or on that screen if you go to the hospital. It's very much like that. And if it were not, we wouldn't appreciate our highs and we wouldn't really appreciate our lows. So I'm saying that to myself to say, you are now at the point where you're recognizing you were at a high moment. Now that you're getting ready to go down into the valley, one, you need to identify. Those are my breaks. Sorry. One, you need to identify what is a high moment for you. What does it feel like when you're in a high moment? Are you just at like for me, I feel like I'm at just an endless amount of energy. All smiles, I'm pumped. I feel good, I look good, I am good. And then once that starts to leave me, when it's time to get more rest, it's time for me to go back and hibernate like a winter time and go back in to replenish. That's when I know, okay, we were at the peak. Remember in Matrix 3 when Trinity and Neo, they were going to the machine city and they went all the way up to the sky to avoid the Sentinels attacking their ship. And when they went above the clouds, how beautiful it was. It was just but a brief moment. The sun was out and it was just beautiful. And then they went back down underneath the clouds into the turmoil of the storm and everything. And that's sometimes how it is. You fight, and you endure, and you get all the way up to the top of that mountain where it's beautiful. And it was great. It lasted but for a moment, but that's why we do it, right? And now one of those low moments. And I recognize that because I'm getting a lot of pushback, a lot of tension, and it's not necessarily by my own doing, but I could have missed a step in my daily processes. And so now I have to rework, okay, how do I not have this happen again? There could be a lot of heavy weight going on as far as what the day requires. How do I combat that? The atmosphere just could be shifting. There's a lot going on, Russia, Ukraine. There's a lot going on in the States. There's just a lot going on everywhere. It could be for you. It could be a valley moment because you're in between paychecks, or you're about to get paid, but you're at a moment where you've really got to hustle, as I am about to, before that paycheck comes so that you can break even, So it's these moments that you start to get hip to and you start to recognize ahead of time so that you can, you're not going to be able to predict your valleys and your peaks, but I pretty much think that you can. If you're really in tune with yourself and what you've been doing, what you've been eating and things like that. Like I know, here's a little bit of transparency. So when I was recovering from my surgery, right, because of the area in my very low abdomen, like right above the vagina or whatever, where they put the skin back together, they said I would need a stool softener because everything would be very difficult to pass through because it's so tight down there, right? And I didn't realize it until I took that first poop. And it wasn't even a lot because my whole digestive system and everything had to wake back up. It wasn't a lot, but it was so difficult. It was very hard. So, and I'm very hard, not literally because it wasn't. It was just hard to pass. So we got the stool softener and everything. It just was a lot easier on my body. And I was just like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like they knew exactly what to do. So hence, as I go forward, 2 years passed from that moment, but I still have a few aches and pains every now and then. So like certain foods that I eat, now that I've had that experience, I know if I eat certain foods, this is going to make it a little bit more difficult on my digestive system. If I want to enjoy these foods, what else am I going to do to help make this pass easier? So then I stay up on my water, and I'm constantly going to the bathroom. And then by the time I go to pass the big moment, the food baby, it's not as bad, so I'd use that as an example or an analogy. And the reason I use my surgery and the recovery process is because I never had to really pay attention to myself as much as I did in order to get to the next point in my day. There was a moment where I had been up, and then it was just one day I was just tired and I slept the whole day. And sometimes you need those moments. I remember when I had got the third vaccine, as of recently in December, I got the third vaccine. Day 1, I was good. Day 2, I just felt like I just need to go to sleep. And it's just this overwhelming heaviness. And you just got to do what your body says, you got to pay attention. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. My body feels like, okay, you've been driving Uber for an hour. I think it's time to stop, shut it down. And then usually a few minutes later, I'll start to feel that heavy sleep feeling, and that's what that is. So I'm saying all this to say, recognize when you're in whatever position you're in life, whatever season you're in life. And seasons not only are the literal seasons that we go by, but you can use that because sometimes a day may be a season where you're going up and down, up and down, up and down all day. But then your week, how does your week transform into seasons? Is the winter of your week when you're on hump day, or maybe payday because you have a lot of bills to pay, and this is going to put you in a bit of a drought or a famine. Think about those things as you move forward and really start to pay attention to what's going on around you so that you can act accordingly. All right. I think that's all I want to say. The last episode was kind of a bit of a long one. I had a lot on my mind. But I'm heading into work. I'm just now, I want to know where I'm at. I'm just now getting on to 85, going 85 north, and we're about to start that long trek. You can hear the engine start that long ride all the way down so I can get to work. There's a lot waiting for me, but I've already pre-prepped some things, so I emailed myself at the job, and I'm just going to print out that paper and just follow through with the paper as I get other stuff done. So thank you for listening. You are the first people that I've actually opened my mouth to speak to this morning, and then I'm going to start to do some studying. So I'll check you guys later. Remember to stay upbeat, be an inspiration, continue to pass love, joy, peace, patience, goodness, kindness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control throughout your day. This has been another edition of 10 Minutes with Tiffany J.
If you are listening and under the sound of my voice, I want to send a special shout out to you. Thank you for your support in getting down with all things Tiffany J via the podcast. Now, some special events. Here we go. March 18th through the 20th, myself and the 646 team, we're going to be in Austin, Texas for the South by Southwest 2022 edition. Make sure that you catch us on the stage. Woo! July 14th through the 17th, I'll be in Jacksonville, Florida with the team again for the Fleet DJ Conference. Ooh, I can't wait. And now, for dance, I'm going to be your co-host for the virtual experience of the Titans of the Dance Floor competition, and I'm going to be your competitor August 18th to the 22nd. And we're going to close out the year with another ISDC, that's International Swing Dance Championship. Remember all things Tiffany J at MissTiffanyJ.com. That was another edition of 10 Minutes with Tiffany J. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. Now you can get more episodes on my website at www.misstiffanyj.com. But don't stop there. Hop on over to the music tab and check out your favorite Tiffany J record, starting with my latest singles, Work For It and Callin' Me, which is on all digital platforms. Also with a bomb video showcase on YouTube featuring the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, y'all, this is for the few people that I rock with, and if you want to connect with any of them for their expertise and their craft, hit me up so that I can link you. First, I want to shout out my indie label 646 Entertainment Group. It's a one-stop shop for the ultimate music experience, artist development, engineering, road management, business awareness on how to properly release your songs, get royalties, and more. Next, I want to shout out No Gossip, Just Talk with Tanisha and Mitra, who inspired me to step outside of my comfort zone and start this podcast. I pop up every now and then with a topic, and we have a blast with Girl Talk 101. Special attention needs to be drawn to my boy, Sarian, for answering my prayers and becoming a part of my journey musically and beyond. More to come as life unfolds. I'll save some for later. Now, my jewel, no pun intended, is my accountability partner who has like the exact same mind as me. When we link, things happen in the atmosphere. I am so glad we crossed paths. Angel, my love, you are an inspiration. Dance fitness is a lifestyle, and you do it with such ease. If anyone wants to be fit, curvy, wavy, let me know. We can get our dance craze on with Angel. She's also one of the guests of No Gossip, Just Talk, so make sure you check her out there. Last but not least for now, the Purple Charlotte Steppers Club, which embodies an entire dance community of some of the best people I've met on the planet. You'll see me live there Thursday at 6:30 on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram with the Purple Thursday Experience. Now, if you listening to this need ad space and want to join the platform, DM me and we'll discuss membership so that we can get your business out there. Reserve your spot is next with Purple Charlotte Steppers Club. You all take care.
What's up, Dance World? This your boy Herschel KG. This beautiful lady is.
I'm Tiffany J.
If you missed out last week, you do not want to miss out this week because last week was lit.
Amazing. So, if you want to be in the building, make sure you go to purplecharlotte.com. Reserve your spot.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you can't make it, it's all right because you can go to Purple Charlotte Steppers Club on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And do what?
Join us live.
6:30 on Thursdays. We'll see you there, okay? We your hosts, Tiffany J.
Herschel KG.
Uh.
Deuces.
We'll see you there.